Hi guys, and welcome back to Chengi's World. Guys, I'm having such a blast talking to you guys. It is phenomenal spending time with you, especially as we go towards Christmas. Okay, so today's video, welcome to you guys who are new to my channel. You guys are coming on and you're sharing videos and you're liking. Thank you so much for you guys who've been on my channel who, oh my god, there's some of you I have to take you for lunch because I literally owe you. You coach check girl, you know who you are. You are amazing. You guys, I can't even begin to Gloria and Longe and oh my god, guys, you are incredible. I don't want to just name one or two, but you guys do so much for my channel and I completely appreciate it. You are always sharing my videos, talking about it, reposting my Instagram posts. Guys, I appreciate you and I love you, and I hope that the day will come when I can take you all out for lunch, okay, and we can have a girly time because I just want to meet you guys. Okay, I love to meet all of you guys. I really appreciate you, for all of you, for the sharing that you do, the commenting that you do, because it all builds the channel, it builds Chengi's World and makes it possible for me to be in a position where one day I can be and produce and do more for you without me having to juggle the day job, the night job, the evening job and everything else, because you guys absolutely need me. From the messages that you send me, my heart breaks a million times with the messages that I get from you guys, because I just want to cuddle you and sit down with you like my sister and let's put our pajamas on and talk about this. Okay, so you know that time will come, and that will happen because of subscribers and viewers like you guys who have been with me from the very beginning. I love you lots. Thank you so much. And for those of you who are joining me, welcome to my world. Welcome to Chengi's World. It's crazy, it's happening, it's amazing, and I just love having you here. So join me on Instagram, Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe. Okie dokie, so moving forward, today I want to talk about a concept that I call playing the long game. I've done a video called Wait, so that is worth you guys watching. But this is really challenged me, because the other day I was sort of reflecting on relationships and certain relationships that I had been in and some of relationships that some of my friends and clients are going through. And I was just looking at how impatient we've become as a society, you know, how much we want things done yesterday. It's got to be done yesterday. And how much of our impatience and our now culture is causing us to hemorrhage the real good relationships, the right relationships. You know, I said in my last video, and I'm still working on it, but patience is not a virtue that I possess in large quantities. If something is not moving at a very quick pace, I just feel like it's wasting my time. Okay, I'm not one to wait around for anyone or for anything. In fact, the idea of waiting just makes me upset, so I don't like to wait, and I won't do anything that makes me wait. So I do my online shopping because I don't have to wait around in queue to pay. So you know, I am working on it, people. I am so much better. But I was just thinking the other day, and what was happening is I was working on I had a new computer. Something had happened on my computer and I needed an antiviral software. And so I went online and I had a look, and there was get a year's free. And then, you know, when you look at the terms and conditions, you got a year's free protection. At the end of that year, then they would just renew your subscription. And of course, like, hello, who doesn't want anything for free? So I joined up and I had internet. The other day I looked at my bank statement. I was like, oh, what's that? And I realized, in fact, they sent me an email saying they have taken up my first payment. And I thought, gosh, it's a year already. I remember just yesterday signing up to doing this. Gosh, I can't believe it's a year already. And they came and took the money that I'd agreed to, and I wanted to yell and scream, but the truth is I needed protection, and it was a heck of a lot of money, and I kind of whatever. But really, I kind of forgot that I had signed up to it, but I was kind of enjoying the privileges. And then I thought to myself, that's a really interesting business model. Why is it that companies can afford to give a service for a year that they haven't been paid for and then start charging for the years to come? And that's because I realized that in business, there's a concept that we use as loss leaders, where we give something in advance and we forfeit that 1 year, because what we're really trying to do is establish a relationship. What this company was trying to do was establish a lifelong relationship with me. They're not coming in to the game to just get me to do a year, and then after the year, I'm going to go off and find some other person to become antiviral software people, they realize that actually if we give this woman a year and protect her computer against all viruses for a year and show her that things are going well and fine, when it comes to us making that demand on her for her to put the money down, not only will she pay it, but she will naturally be comfortable in the relationship to then make a commitment to possibly wanting us to be her protection software for the rest of her life. So they've worked it out. Why? They understand that they're abundant. They understand that they have enough of that to give away. They have a year's worth to give away. So what am I saying? I'm talking about the psychology behind it. Is playing the long game means that when you meet a high value guy, and let's say for a minute, that guy is busy, he's just changed jobs or something's happening in his life and he's not able to give you the time and attention that you want and desire. What we would normally do, what I would do is, next. And I would just move on because this is what I want. You can't give me what I want. Let's keep this moving. But actually, when I started to look back, I thought, how many high value, really great guys have I sort of lost along the way and still found myself single 6 months later? I'm still single, but their situation has now changed. They're not so busy. They're now established in their career. The deals and the contracts I needed to do, now they're available, but I sort of cut them loose prematurely. Now, what if I hadn't cut them off? What if I had allowed myself to play the long game? What if I'd allowed myself to engage them, to allow their, they can't be there for me. They are busy with their schedule, whatever. What if I don't make a fuss about that? What if I don't throw a tantrum about that? What if I just tell them, look, I can tell you're really very busy and that you've got so much going on in your life. I am looking for a guy who can give me more time and attention. I really, really like you. I would love for us to just stay friends. I'm happy to go on dates with you when you have a minute. When you are free and you've got that time available to give to me, give me a call. I'd love to meet up for drinks, etc. But I'll be dating other people in the meantime, and seeing if there is somebody out there who can possibly give me what I need and want right now. Now, what that's going to do, obviously, in most men is like, what? You're going to date somebody else? But I am not waiting around for you, giving you, unlike the business, I'm not giving you all the affection of a girlfriend, and I'm not going to give you the commitment that you would expect from a girlfriend, because in order to be my man, you have to be able to give me time and attention. Some women like gifts. Some women love, have a different love language. Mine is time and attention. I like to spend time and get the attention of the man in my life. I would not feel loved if a man cannot give me time and attention. Some girls don't need it. They just need gifts. They just need money. They just need to feel loved. I'm not that girl. So, if you can't give me that, then, I'm quite happy for you. I'll be seeing other people. I'm not going to be dating like a maniac, but I will be seeing other people, so that you don't sort of feel some kind of way. Now, if he feels like he doesn't want you seeing other people, then he's just gonna have to step up his game. But if he's okay with that, if he's like, yeah, cool, when I'm free and available, let's do something. First and foremost, the back of his mind is gonna be thinking, what girlfriend could get taken my yesterday, and that will help him possibly reprioritize. But if he is genuinely incapable of giving you what you need at that time, what you do is say, look, the door is not closed for you. Right? I'm not shutting the door here. I'm just saying that I have a journey and I'm going to take it. Because basically what I'm saying, instead of cutting relationships off at the neck, which is something that I've done in the past, is completely annihilated, chopped off the relationship from the neck down. Instead of doing that, how about giving somebody the opportunity for us to continue to be friends, to dialogue? When you text me, I will text you back. I will flirt with you. The only time... Now, here's the thing. Some of us think, oh, that is so dishonest. As long as there is full disclosure about what you are doing, there's nothing wrong with it. As long as you are not sleeping around with every single guy that you go on a date with, as long as you are, virtuous and keeping your virtue, you don't need to worry about that. Because Even if you're dealing with your girlfriends, you don't have a best friend and you will never ever have another friend because you don't want to betray her. She knows, everyone in our lives know that you will have other friends. And what you were saying is, I am keeping my options open because you cannot give me what I need in order for those options to be closed. And this is what it takes for my options to be closed. You're not able to do that. But I'm not going to penalize you. I'm not going to shut the door on you. I'm not going to say, don't ever call me again. I'm not going to act like an absolute cow. I'm going to continue to be warm and friendly towards you. I'm going to continue to, when you do have time, if I'm available, of course, we'll go out for dinner. We'll catch up, see how it's been. Maybe it's been 3-4 months where we haven't spoken or talked. Or now and again, I will ping you. Hey, just thinking about you. I saw this book and I thought of you. How are things going on with you? That is playing the long game. That is keeping somebody within your spectrum, being open and transparent about what you're doing. I'm not talking about sneaky behavior, using somebody, playing with their feelings. They know the deal. They're happy with the deal because you've given full disclosure. You've been absolutely transparent. But you're saying, let's keep a door open, because one of the things that we don't realize is, I was reading Steve Harvey's and his wife, and I love following them. I love that couple, and Marjorie, and I'm not one of the people who get into people's lives, but I do follow them on social media, and I love them as a couple. They met in 1 year. I think they got married 8 years later, and things were on and off and on, and they faced their challenges. But at the end of the day, she played the long game. She didn't cut him off and bitch and tell him about himself and be like, oh, I haven't got time. She was always the lady. She always kept her standard. She never allowed her standard to be jeopardized, but she didn't cut him off. And sometimes what we do is we get so mad at men for not giving us what we want and need, whether if it's time or attention or gifts that you want. He might not be in a position to give it to you today, but doesn't mean that tomorrow he's not going to be wealthier than he was today and being able to give you gifts. I'm not talking about gold diggers. I'm talking about people whose love language is receiving stuff. They feel special when somebody buys them stuff. And maybe the guy you're dating is just finished uni, college, or is just going through a bad patch in his life. He's just been made redundant and he can't give you those things. It doesn't mean that 6 months, 2 years from now. Because the truth is, most people that are single never imagine themselves being single as long as they are single. They just thought they would move on. So you sort of waste opportunities along the way. So this time I'm talking about having a more a projection of the future, thinking to yourself more long term, not thinking about what will serve you right here, right now, but thinking to yourself, if I was still single 2 years from now, are you the guy that I would want to entertain? If so, if I think you're great like that, if I think there are qualities about you that I like, but somehow something is happening in your life right now that is making it impossible for us to be together, what I'm going to do, or making it difficult for us to be together, one of the things that I will do is I will keep you in my life. I will keep you in my sphere of influence. I will keep you around me, and I will check in on you in order for us to keep some rapport going. And of course, if it emerges that you have a girlfriend, or that you're now in a relationship, that doesn't stop us from keeping a very decent friendship. That means I'm not calling you on your phone all the time, but you know that you're warm, you're loved here, things are good here, and I wish you well, and I want you to do well, and I hope you and your girlfriend do really, really well. And the thing is, really, when you are like that and you have that energy, you don't know if that relationship that person is in. I cannot tell you how many times I have been in a relationship. It didn't work. 3 years later, I was kind of a bit whatever. 3 years later, the guy comes back into my life. He's bought a house. I remember dating this guy. He had nowhere to live. He was living on his friend's, whichever friend would let him stay with him at that time, because of his lifestyle. He was a bodyguard and he traveled the world a lot, and there was no point really in him having a place of his own, because he would not be there most of the time and he would still have to pay out. So he would sort of just live on people's couches. But because of that lifestyle, he was able to save a heck of a lot of money. So it's not why we broke up, because money is never really an issue with me when it comes to relationships in that way. But we ended everything on a very friendly note. We were like, you know what, whatever happens, we're going to be friends forever. And yeah, we lost touch along the way. And about 3 years later, he contacts me and he's like, hi. And of course it was warm because there was no animosity, you know. Fair enough, I should have really maybe kept in touch here and there, sent him a message there. And what are those guys that you just let disappear, who you could say Merry Christmas to or Happy Birthday to, or just keeping that little bit in their lives, just a reminder, I'm still here, I'm still a great girl, and you just never know what's gonna happen. And he called me and we had a good chat, and he'd been in a relationship in that time that we hadn't spoken, and it hadn't worked out, and now he's got his own home, and he doesn't live very far from me. He's got his own home. He's now settling roots down. He's putting roots down. Now it just happened that I wasn't interested in anything going further, but had I had this mindset that I'm trying to teach you guys about, then I would have continued to keep. By the time he came back, it wouldn't have been a surprise, and perhaps we would have been able to have something, because he was a really high value guy. So the point I'm making is, look through your phone book of all the great guys, good high value guys that you've met, that you think, you know what, I like that guy, he's a great guy, and you know, I'm gonna just keep in touch. I'm gonna keep in touch because I might be single 4 years from now, 2 years from now, and he might be at the right place at the right time in his life, because sometimes timing is the issue. Sometimes it's timing. And if we keep cutting off those great guys because they can't give us what we want right now, if the computer company decided, if you don't pay me right now, you're not going to get a service, guess what? I was just going to go somewhere else. Okay, I wasn't looking for anything cheap. It's just it just happened. Oh, nice. It's nice that you were able to. And in the same way, if I can give you free of charge warmth, kindness, my presence, free of charge, being a nice person, no expectation. You don't have to like me back. You don't have to take me out. Let me give you the good stuff, not the good, but let me just remind you that I'm a great girl, and every time you're around me, let me sparkle around you and make your time and your place warm and wonderful, so that who knows tomorrow, those who play the long game, those who are prepared to do the lost lead, those who are prepared to give away some niceness, some goodness in advance of payment, will eventually apprehend and get that relationship that is worth it. Because some relationships were meant to take 10 years to happen. Some people started off as friends, and then they went off and they college, and they went to that side and go to that side, and then they meet again 10 years later, and they're perfect for each other. But sometimes, if you had just cut off that person, cut them out of your life and behave badly, then you miss out on what potentially can be possible. So I'm just saying to you girls and to you guys, play the long game. You don't have to get laid now. You don't have to have the ring put on your finger now. You don't have to have everything now. What you need is to have a list of high value women and men that you can just keep in touch with and show some love to now and again, who may emerge in your life ready to do and to take it to the place where you didn't think would happen. So that's me to you saying, play the long game, boo boo. A little bit of patience. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of you. I'll see you on Instagram and Facebook. Make sure you subscribe. Bye bye.